Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dota Pit League Season number 3. The Group A match between Team Tinker and Evil Genius is well underway. We just finished game number 1, and here we are in game number 2 already. A quick turnaround to be sure. Team Tinker getting a little bit outplayed, a little bit outdrafted in that last game. Going for the Koikful Legion Commander, not really working out. The Black Sniper as well, having a rough time mid against Sumel's Zeus. Very impressive play coming out from Evil Geniuses. They also get Fear, the trusted Troll Warlord, one of the best picks in this current meta game. I think everybody knows that. There's not much else to be said about Troll at this point in time. But Evil Geniuses, they have tied every series they've played so far in Dota Pit Season 3, which has only been 2. So they still have a long way to go. Will they tie this series, or will they come out with a 2-0 advantage for the first time up against a pretty tough team in Team Tinker? They played very well in the beginning stages of that matchup, and then Team Tinker it was a landslide, unfortunately, for the rest of the game. We'll see how they draft here. As always, we're brought to you by One Game Agency, produced by High Ground TV. Again, Pip Muckle on observing and production, Mott Packs on stats and jokes, myself on casting, and of course, Trough on co-casting. What do you expect to see out of Team Tinker's draft here? Maybe no more Legion Commander perhaps coming out from them, Trough?
Again, I don't think it was like all the Legion Commander. Maybe had something to do with it. I think it was just how they drafted around it and how they played around it. So I think they could draft it again. They just needed to play it a little bit differently and win their safe lane. But one thing Moppax pointed out that I think is a valid stat to bring up. Is that, a lot of Team Tinker's success has been Koikful on the Shadow Fiend and being able to just snowball out of control on that hero and just have an insane amount of net worth to the point where they just can kind of roll over the enemy team. And they had the chance to pick it up, I believe, but they just didn't do it. Maybe they were scared of Evil Geniuses having counters to SF, but that's one of the beauties of SF is there are very few counters to him in general. I outlined a couple of heroes that can do well against him mid, but doing well doesn't go so far. Like you need to crush him with ganks and really shut down his jungle. There it is. All right. So Shadow Fiend, and I think this is the smart thing. This is what's been working for Team Tinker, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I mean, this hero, Koikful, played it in a good number of their matchups, and if he's not playing Shadow Fiend, Storm is also another option. Unfortunately, with Evil Geniuses having first pick, you can't let Storm get through, so they have to ban that out. They'll pick up the Shadow Fiend, and the other alternative is that if they don't pick up the Shadow Fiend here, then maybe Sumel grabs it himself because he, at DAC, which we've talked about, and even since DAC has played Shadow Fiend a couple of times. Sumel has played Lina very well, in fact. I've seen a couple of games where he's done a very fantastic job, and I think Lina might be the best option here against Shadow Fiend, and there are opportunities for them to get kills on the SF. We'll see if that is going to happen, but again, like you talked about, he can just head to the jungle. He is on Radiant side, so he won't have as good of a time as he possibly could, but at the same time, he should still be okay. Evil Geniuses, and like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They picked Troll Warlord in one of the least surprising picks of the year. Good stuff. Ooh, this metagame, man. Good shit.
Yeah, I mean, they also have the option to pick up the Sniper. Maybe they want to wait on the Sniper and see what kind of bans come out from Team Tinker, because if they ban out more things that are good against Sniper, Bat and Clock are already out of the pool, so you don't have to worry about that. Honestly, if you wanted to pick Sniper, if you're EG, I think that Zeus is a must-ban. Especially looking at last game and just how good he is, and zoning him out and honing in on him and finding where he is. They still have the potential. I've seen Evil Geniuses do a number of times with Sumail playing Troll Warlord in the safe lane, and then Fear actually taking up the Sniper in mid. It's not out of the question. It's a very good hero against Shadow Fiend. One of the heroes I see consistently get kills on the Shadow Fiend 1v1. Of course, it is more than just beating them in lane, because Shadow Fiend can always just rotate to the jungle, but if they can win the mid lane and maybe make him move to the jungle, then they are winning mid, and then they also have a 4-position Chen farming the jungle as well, so they'll get more farm in that sense. But yeah, I'm interested. It's still just an option, but I think it's also a smart ban of the Storm Spirit from Team Tinker, especially if they know they're going to go with the Shadow Fiend, because Storm is very good against Shadow Fiend. Maybe not in lane, but once you get the ball rolling and you get maybe an Orchids or even just a Bloodstone at 17-minute mark or something like that, it's good against Shadow Fiend in general. You can hone in on him. You can force him to use spells like BKB or Yules and then zip away, zip back in if you have the mana pool to do so. And usually Storms in the mid to late game do, so I think that's a smart ban.
Yeah, with the Bloodstone usually coming out sometimes first, sometimes second after you get that Orchid. Yeah, the mana pool is definitely not usually an issue for Storm Spirit later on down the road. Early on in the game, Storm, he's got to build himself up to that point. But Team Tinker, they have the Shadow Fiend. They ban out the Storm smartly because when you're playing Sumail, it's always something that you should be scared of at this point. He has, I think Moppax posted the record of his Storm Spirit in 6.83. It was something ridiculous. He posted it in Skype chat.
I could check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's absurd at this point, but he's not going to be able to grab that. Okay, that's ridiculous. Let's just throw that out. 13. He's lost one game on Storm. I have no idea what game that was, but insane. So.
Yeah, I'm still not. I still wouldn't be surprised if EG pick up a sniper here. I think it's really good. If you look at all the bans, there's a lot of heroes that are good against him that are banned out. Axe is good. Quap is actually not bad either. Earthshaker's very good. Slark is good. They banned out both those heroes on the side of EG. Bat's banned out. I don't know if I said that twice, but I think I'm mentioning this because I've seen EG do it a lot. They've run the Chen jungle, Troll Warlord with one supporting, and then Sumail would play that, and then Fear on the sniper mid, and it would be very good against Shadow Fiend. So we'll have to see if that's what they want to go for. It's surprising that it's not picked up in general throughout the first phase and not even banned out in the second phase too. But we'll see if they go for that or have other options. Team Tinker taking a lot of time thinking about this pick. They're down to just 18 seconds and bursted through other... it's actually going to be the Witch Doctor, which is a good hero against Chen, and just a good hero in general.
The cast bouncing through all the Chen creeps, and out of Chen himself. Not a fun time. Let's see if they prioritize that early Aghanim Scepter. I think this is kind of tough because you have a line and you want to prioritize your Blink Dagger on the line. You have a Witch Doctor. We might just see one of those Witch Doctors go for like Boots and Urn. That seems to be the 5 position Witch Doctor kind of play style. And then the line gets the early Blink Dagger. Witch Doctor, if he's lucky enough to be involved in a lot of kills early on, maybe he can get an early point booster and build into that Aghanim Scepter. But it's very difficult to prioritize both of the heroes and getting farm. So one of them is going to have to support, and I think it's going to be the Witch Doctor.
I think Panda actually could be good if they didn't want to go for the sniper route. As long as you prioritize like a BKB and then auras on Panda, like Blink, BKB, Vlad's, and then things like that, it'd be very, very good in these team fights to just disrupt the Witch Doctor, make sure he never gets an ultimate off, disrupt the Shadow Fiend, force him to use BKBs when you really don't want to, things like that. And I know that EG are comfortable picking the hero in general, so they're taking a lot of time also to think about what they want. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of options. There's still 3 more picks left to go. But they could also think about things that synergize well with the Troll ulti, like last game. That was phenomenal, by the way. And who's to say they won't do it again? I mean, that's a combo we used to see all the time when Troll Warlord was first starting to get popular, and it was like, oh, let's just pick Troll Warlord to combine other heroes with his ultimate. And then it was like, wait, we don't need to do that because Troll's just broken in his own right. So, but there's still that option.
And they're both using their reserve time. They go for the Morphling. All right, so I was going to touch on this. The crazy thing when I look at Evil Genius's drafts over the past couple of games, like the past 10 games, is that I can't see like one draft that's like inherently the same. There's like a couple of heroes sprinkled in there that are similar or the same. But besides that, like there's not one single draft that looks exactly the same. Whereas Team Tinker have like drafts where they'll pick like 3 heroes together as a combo, and they'll keep running that, you know, a couple games in a row. Evil Geniuses seem almost comfortable on like any hero. It's crazy. And now they go for a Morphling, which I'm curious as to where this goes, because against the Shadow Fiend mid, I've seen it before and it's done okay. But you think of Morphling as a safe winner. Then the Team Tinker Broodmother comes out in the 4th spot. Not the 5th pick Team Tinker Broodmother, but the 4th pick Team Tinker Broodmother. Some interesting heroes coming in here at the end of this draft.
I don't think Morphling wins against Shadow Fiend at all. I think that matchup is horrible for Morphling. It would be very bold for EG to put Morphling against Shadow Fiend. The reason being is you usually want to put more stats into your agility early on, so you have better chance of last hitting. Since his starting damage is pretty pitiful, but when you do that, you're very susceptible to nuke damage, and Shadow Fiend has a lot of that. So it's a horrible matchup for Morphling. I think this is an offlane Morphling, and I think it's really, really strong. Well, only 2 seconds left. And this is a Zeus pickup here for EG. Could be support.
What? That's crazy.
Have you not seen it? It's
I have
very,
not
very
seen
strong.
It. No.
It's very strong.
Has that been picked competitively yet? I'm sure it has
yeah,
to.
Yoki was doing it a lot. Someone else was doing it. Actually, Winter, who casts sometimes on
Yes, I am.
Beyond the Summit, was talking about this, and I've seen him do it in some of his games. I don't know what team he plays for, if he even plays for a team right now, but I'm telling you, man, this is a really this is a really good thing to do. Offlane morphling. It basically you just get that level 7 as fast as possible, and it's a guaranteed 4.5 seconds done, just about 4.25 every 10 seconds. It's very good. So Zeus, I probably for Sumail mid again.
Yeah.
And then they want maybe one more support.
Yoki seems to be the renaissance man of like offlaners, like Sand King offlane. That wasn't a thing before him. He just has like these weird picks that somehow work out, but like are so weird when you think about it. But whatever works, man.
They're weird initially when you look at it, but then when you see why he does it, and there's always a reason.
Yeah.
And it's I think it's smart. I liked actually the SK thing. That was a Han thing for a while. Magamus, as he's called in Han offlane, but yeah, Broodmother picked up this disgusting player that is Bulba. Loves to pick up the Brood at any chance he can. It's actually not that good against Troll, to be honest, because Troll will, with the whirling axes, make all your Broods miss have the miss chance, and they can't be as effective. It gives the extra vision around the area, so if Brood's kind of sitting in the trees, you have vision of them, then you can't walk through them. So with that being said, it's actually not that great against Troll, but I mean, what can I say? Bulba loves his hero, so he's gonna get it. God, that portrait.
As soon as it comes out, you just laugh. You're just like, do you like love it or hate it? Because
I hate it.
Really?
Okay, well now it's almost to the point where I love it because it just looks so stupid to me.
So if he was like looking at us straight on, would you be fine with that?
Like the old one, where like his head's just like, what you say about me?
You want to fight? You want, mate? He's gonna try to fight somebody. I don't know, man. This is a Black Faces Void. Again, we talked about it in the first draft. I neglected to bring it up here. Void very solid against the Troll Warlord. If the Whirling Axes don't get off, that's very important. Or if you have an MKB, one of the two. Either works. But in this situation, yeah, I've seen this kind of draft before from Team Tinker where they go Shadow Fiend Faces Void, but that's just because they love both of those heroes, especially against the Troll Warlord. But I'm waiting, man. Is this going to be that offlane morphling? Yep, there it is. The universe going for the offlane morphling. Well, all right. If you say so.
Yep. I bet Zeus going mid is going to go for the Null Talisman, too. Oh, there it is. So he's going to have the extra auto attack damage against Koikfa. And this could be pretty... yeah. He's going to have this Null Talisman, which is funny because usually Shadow Fiends will rush or go for the raise first nowadays just because it's safer and it's a ton of damage. But there's a chance, just because his auto attack damage is so pitiful, if he doesn't actually get the last hits with the raises, he is not going to outlast hit a Zeus. Even a Zeus with a terrible auto attack terrible attack animation, he's still hitting for almost 20 more damage than a Shadow Fiend. So
that BAT,
we'll see,
man.
We'll see if that comes into play.
Yeah, and it looks like Koikfa is going to be going Wraith first because usually you'd see like occasionally Wraithband. You don't have to go Wraithband if you go Necromaster first, but that's what I've seen, just to get that extra bit of damage to be like, okay, I can actually last hit a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, man. This is a wonky game. We're talking about Universe Offlane Troll Warlord. We're talking about a Broodmother up against a Fear Troll Warlord, more than likely Sumail getting an early Null Talisman. I mean, in what wonky world does a Zeus outlast hit any hero mid with his right click? But in this situation, at least early on, that'll be the case.
It could be. I mean,
oh, he actually bought the Wraithband. He's figuring it out to him. There it is.
Is he?
Yep.
Where's that courier? Okay. So that, yeah, he might go. Actually, the courier's taking damage. It almost dies from the boar there from PPD, who is playing this. I didn't really touch on it too much, but it's basically a 4-position Beastmaster. You actually bought the Stout Shield. This is very interesting to me.
I've seen you play this hero as a support when you play with E-Hug, and can you give me some insight into how you play the Beastmaster? I think it's a lot of stacking, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
It can be. I would stack more like as an offlaner, just for your ancients and whatnot. But
right.
The most important thing for him is that he gets level 3 immediately, because his boars are pretty terrible at level 1. But once they hit level 2, they're a lot stronger. You get 2 of them, you can zone out. So I imagine he won't try to do too much right now, as much as getting levels, getting farm, and then getting level 3, and then you can be really, really effective.
And so it's kind of a weird support setup. You don't often see a support Beastmaster and Chen together. It doesn't seem like the best duo, but I mean, Fear doesn't need any help down here, really at all. Bulba might be able to run at him with like Spiderlings, but again, you talked about Whirling Axes. Pretty effective against those Spiderlings, so he's gonna make some Spiderlings. I think he got a CS from it. PPD is gonna make another boar. He'll try to slow Bulba down. Bulba with no web. Now he gets into it finally, no boots. Top lane, Universe taking a lot of harass. And he does have 21 strength, 27 agility, so still kind of balanced in what he has.
Well, bottom lane's going to be a disaster because PPD didn't get the pull through. And so if you see where the creep equilibrium is coming, that Bulba's going to get so much experience and farm. And if they can't kill him, and I don't think they can between this duo of heroes, he's going to get a free level 3.5, about, almost level 4. That's really, really good for him. So, yeah, that's... At this point, PPD is going to have to just kind of leave. But the problem is, where do you go as a Beastmaster until you're level 3? You're just kind of useless until you hit level 3. Which is why I wonder why he went the Stout Shield over the Boots. I think Boots are a little bit easier to make things happen when you don't have any options.
He did pick up an Invis Rune, but they spotted it out. Quakefa knows that this is happening, and it's not like level 1 Axis will be able to do that much damage. They're going to rotate in a Satyr Tormentor. Actually, Quakefa is maybe dead here. They go back behind the tower. The cast Sumail taking tower damage. He'll fall in exchange. Way2 does get the kill on Sumail, but still the first blood, the experience, all of that going to Sumail on the Zeus, and then PPD takes up the farm mid. Unfortunately, there isn't a creep wave here. It's just creeps attacking the tower. Meanwhile, AUI's creep going right onto Way2. Way2's getting hammer-fisted by the Satyr Tormentor. No mana for another shockwave, however, but still, that was an awkward exchange.
Look at the CS difference in mid. Sumail 13-2, Shadow Fiend 5-2. So he's got way more CS. I wasn't really watching him mid because we were watching Bulba get more than he should, but this is really, really good for him.
And this is something that, well, again, we talked about it before. Quakefa can always just raise and hit level 5 and head to the jungle, but that will be where he goes to, and he'll catch up. But still, at least early on, Sumail getting first blood is definitely a very fantastic start for each. He yeah, I think PPD got the level 3 off of that kill as well. And now he heads top. He's going to try to go on Black. He does have the level 2 boar. Black is just going to try to harass a bit. Universe took a lot of damage. He had expended, I think, all of his regen. He was very low last time I checked. But now they're going to wrap around. Way2 looking for an initiation. Earth Spike is just in range. He's going to find it. Universe can strength more if he will. They're just trying to zone him out at this point. Pilot Eye has to expend. PPD. The cask is going to bounce up. Will bounce to actually Universe, who does have to strength morph again. No Earth Spike for another couple of seconds. PPD is going to run away. They won't be able to get the kill, but they've done a very good job of zoning out the Universe off lane, morphling, and then, of course, PPD on the support Beastmaster, so they have to back up.
Well, okay, despite it being what I think is quite strong, it only has a 2-7 record here. Haste Rune picked up by Quakefa. I think PPD's dead.
Raze, yeah, nice snipe from Quick with that long-range E-Raze coming out with the Haste Rune and getting the kill. And
I think he would have died even if there wasn't a Haste Rune there, because I don't think he really used the movement speed to its effect.
Yeah.
And that's going to bounce Quakefa back to where he needs to be. So Zeus still having a very, very nice lead over him in terms of CS, but that kill is going to bounce Quakefa right back. And he's actually up to level 6. He's putting some damage onto Sumail now with the Haste Rune plus some auto attack. Sumail answering right back.
That's kind of a brawl going on in the middle lane. Zeus ult?
Oh, so close, so close. Nice try.
That's the second time he's done that. TP mid. I think they're just going to heal him up. Yeah, there we go. And then the Voodoo Restoration. Quakefa the express lane to getting regen up. And Sumail's kind of low. He's actually bottle crying. It's flying back out to him now. But what about Bulba bottom? He has the Gloves of Haste, Soul Ring as well, maybe for a Midas coming out. And Fear is sitting on 35 last hits. Bulba's at 23. Kind of the situation we saw last game where we had Universe getting almost free farm as well, going up against the Legion Commander, but it's a bit different, obviously. This is a offlane Broodmother, and he's actually creep cutting now.
This is bottom lane is just a disaster, just because of that one pull. But then that's one thing you have to think about when you're up against a Brood in general. I mean, they theoretically could have just left Troll solo, and then Troll solo against Troll Brood. Brood doesn't really get the kill on Troll, but Troll will never get the kill on Brood either. But then that's the problem, is you have a free farming Brood who's gonna, be annoying and push your tower. Will it really matter in the late stage of the game? Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see what kind of item build Bulba goes for. I think that's the biggest thing here. Almost always goes for the Midas, which is fine, but I see him go a lot for the Daghead build, which can be effective, but I haven't seen it work that well, honestly. Oh, look at the Whirling Axes.
That's some gold. That is some gold for Fear, so that's good. Doesn't kill all of the Broodlings, but takes down a big chunk of them. Top lane, we haven't really talked about Black's farm yet. He's got 42 CS. And he was in the CS lead up until those Broodlings all died just a second ago, so...
Yeah.
He's still doing pretty well for himself top. His Chronosphere is now done. He's got enough money for a Midas recipe. I'm curious as to see if he goes for it. A lot of people like to go for Mom, just straight up treads Mom, just to be effective in fighting early, but we'll see if Black wants to be a bit greedier and head towards Midas. Actually goes for a Helm of Iron... No, sell that. Morbid Mask. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, is he going to go for Helm of the Dominator? That seems kind of weird, but yeah, maybe it was a misclick. So, and PPD running around here, he has Invis. Maybe he gets a kill on Koikfa if he plays his cards right.
They need a Zeus ult for sure.
They do have Zeus ult. They do have Zeus ult. If he goes auto attack, Boar. Oh.
It ran out. I'm not sure if he knew. Axes, he needs another Boar hit. I don't think they get this kill. He's at 340 HP. They're rotating up. They're going to find Way2 at least. Way2 will fall. That's not the target they want. They might not even kill him.
Nope.
And the universe is out of mana. They can't wait for him again. Wow, that cask, the Chen creeps we talked about in the draft. How annoying. That's like almost a sheer kill that, unfortunately, because of cask, they don't get. And that's a support. That should have been an easy kill, too.
I think Peter could have played that a little bit better. I think what happened is he didn't realize that the invis was wearing off as fast as it was, and he kind of surprised him. He's like, "Oh wait, all right, now I have to go for the kill." When I think he could have auto attacked a couple of times before Koikba was actually running away. Maybe put some more damage and maybe gets the kill. I don't know for sure, but definitely could have been a little bit of a cleaner play right there. But he will hit level 5 here in a second, and again, every single time you hit these increments of 2 for PPD. And you get that extra, the stronger Boar. It's just becomes that much easier to actually do something with this hero.
Big rotation bottom from Team Tinker. They want to put pressure on Fear. Fear is alone for now. Are there TPs on the side of EG? They have one, and that's Universe. Fear might be in some trouble here. They have absolutely no idea that this gank is coming. Way2, or rather, Pilot Eye's walking right underneath the tower. They're all walking under the tower. They get the Hex off. Fear is going to get her spike, and the race is going to come. Koikfa will secure the kill, plus a double damage rune. And, yeah, that gank was not spotted at all. They did not see it coming. They'll try to trade and go for the tier 1 mid, and they should get this, but...
I don't think Team Tinker should give this up. They should have already had people TP in there. They don't need 5 heroes or 4 heroes to take bottom tower, and Brood can do it on his own. This is a trade that's actually favorable to EG if they get this tower. Mid tower is more important anyway.
It's a pretty big access point to getting to the enemy jungle for Evil Geniuses and stopping them from farming. Black now close to his mom, gets the shreds, has his Morbid Mask, so he isn't going to go for that greedy build, which we talked about.
God, Universe is so poor. He literally doesn't have a single last hit.
He's level 3, man.
Yeah, this has not worked out.
He's the lowest level in the game. Like, lower than all of these supports. This offlane is one of the worst I've ever seen.
Black?
See, oh, he throws up the chrono. He might be in trouble. The raise coming through does hit on AUI. AUI is going to fall. PPD had the battle trance. They're going to go for the chain creeps now. Black TPs, or actually time walks, I should say. Now going for the Boar. Universe, if he can get this waveform, he might get the kill. Zeus actually takes it from him. But still, Sumail getting involved. They get the experience. Pilot Eye double Earth Spike. The raise hitting on PPD, not getting on Universe. PPD looks like he will fall to the right click of Koikfa. Turns into a 2-for-1 Black, getting a bit greedy. Probably should have backed away instead of trying to go for that extra kill. He would have survived there.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking walking in there like that. You also have to take into account that the Zeus ulti's always there and ready to go. Koikfa up to a very, very good start now. But imagine, he was actually getting owned in the first couple waves, in the first couple levels, but... that exchange that happened, I forgot where he bounced back. Oh, it was the haste rune up top, where he was able to get the kill on the Beastmaster. That really turned things around for him. Now it's starting to snowball, and if he wants to get the Yules, which I think would be very, very good this game, he's going to have it relatively soon.
Literally Shadow Fiend. Time Walk top Universe is going to get exploited again. I don't care what kind of strength morph you have, which is only level 1. He did get up to level 5 after that fight, thankfully, but he's still in dire straits for an offlane morphling who at least does have level 3 adaptive strikes. The stun is going to be there.
Maybe Universe is just like not comfortable playing this. I've never seen him play it ever. I've seen it played a lot, but I've never seen him play it. But he is just not getting anything done here. Just really low level. And one thing is he is in the Radiant offlane, which is hard to get stuff done, and he's up against a Lion and a Witch Doctor, which are very, very good heroes in zoning people out. And so, yep, as a result, he's just got nothing. Bottom lane was a disaster because of that pull, and now Bulba's up to Midas plus 800 gold. Fear taking some damage, but the Whirling Axe was there. Nice finger there from Pylai Die. Troll Warlord does a celebratory ult before he dies. And easy kill here for Team Tinker. I think EG's in a lot of trouble.
I agree with you. Quick was now top in net worth, like you talked about. He could get the Zules, and Mask of Madness coming up for Black as well. I mean, you have Fear who's farmed up, and you have Sumail who went for a Midas. So they're really trying to, I think, take this light. They know that they are in some trouble here. So Sumail's planning for later on down the road. Oh, they dodged the Roar coming out as well. The Axe is blowing up all of the Broodlings. The Centaurs stop from AUI. They get a much-needed kill for 3 of these heroes. And EG bounced back, getting the kill on Bulba, but
that's like a 500
stone.
That's like a 500 gold kill right there. Because of all the spiders. That puts him right back in the game, actually. Sumail up to level 11 now. He's got level 2 ulti. He just bought... Is this Boots of Travel or something? It is. Boots of Travel. I love it. Midas bots for him. He's going to have the mobility. He's going to have the extra speed, which really helps him. Kind of... People don't, think about that a lot. Top lane, maybe some action on Universe, but... obviously they think about the TP of Boots of Travel being able to go everywhere, but... It gives you a ton of movement speed, which on a hero like Zeus is quite important. Just being able to run in there, cast a spell from afar, run back, kind of kite around the team fight a little bit until your spells are off cooldown. It actually plays a huge role.
You're telling me this is a Zeus going bots Midas?
Yep.
Seems literally like Merlin-y. That's
It's good, man. It's really good.
That is something that I'm actually surprised to see, but I'm excited to see how it plays out. What I'm excited to also see is if Universe can get some farm. But right now he's being chased down by like 4 heroes. He waveforms out smartly, staying a little close to the tower. This tier 1 is going to fall. Quakefoot probably gets the last hit here. Yeah, and he will. He'll back away. He actually goes for the blink, doesn't go for the Yule Scepter. Can still grab it, but he wants that positioning first and foremost, which is fine. And now EG just kind of farm their jungle at this point. They could try to go for Bulba again with Dust. There's the Soul Ring at 13 minutes, finally coming out for the Morphling. Universe is like, thank God, I've got something. I can actually maybe fight now.
I mean, he still has the Adaptive Strike, which it doesn't matter how much farm you have, it's still going to be good once you hit level 7, but he's not there quite yet. It's a very long stun. So I'm sure we'll see it come into play. We just haven't seen him do anything yet this game, unfortunately.
It's just, they are going to smoke up. Maybe Universe can regroup with them. They'll find a kill. Maybe he gets involved. Or they can just get the kill on their own. EG are looking in the middle lane. Right now you can see Way2 as well as Quickfoot nearby. Bulba's even there. Actually steps out of the webs real quick. He's on the low ground. No vision here for the Radiant team for Evil Geniuses, so they have no idea that they're in that position. And now it's just going to be a mid push coming out from Universe, trying to get some CS. Fear is just rotated into the jungle. Helm of the Dominator. And actually they're going to find out Black, who just time walks away. They don't go for the Roar. I don't think they were really in position. I'm not sure. I didn't see it, but they didn't get it regardless. So he backs away and he'll survive.
Yeah, maybe he lost vision because it's nighttime, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem normally because you have the Hawks to help you out with the extra vision, but I didn't see it either, so I don't know for sure. They're picking out Pylai Die, who's actually well on his way to a blink, but Sumail coming in here. Extra vision with the ultimate. There's the bolt. There's the extra arc lightning for damage. Very easy kill for him, and that's going to stifle his blink dagger progression. So Sumail putting this team on his back in this second game here, despite Team Tinker having a very, very racing start, but there's a Roshan attempt here now for Team Tinker.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna... This will, again, it's just one of those extra things that'll keep them in front. They already have a 3,000 net worth lead, and they know how fast the Troll Warlord can take down Roshan. If you're on the Dire side and you have all the vision and that advantage, then you want to try to take this Rosh down as quickly as possible, and boy, do they. Necromastery, level 2 presence of the Dark Lord. Black has a mom. Meanwhile, Bulba gets an easy kill on PPD with a... God, those spawn Spiderlings just blow him the hell up. Jeez.
That Dagon. Alright, so I wondered if he was going to go Dagon or Necro, and he answered it for us with that kill. That's got to feel like it's such a good feeling, too, when you get that Dagon last hit kill. Oh, it feels good, I bet. There's a stun on the Koikva. Ulti from Black. The Force Staff was already used from Sumail.
They're going to send it back. Sumail's going to live. The finger, no, he's not going to live. The send back too long. He goes down. They get a big kill. That is a killing spree, but look at the Sensor Conqueror. The waveform. Can they get anybody here? They're turning it around. AUI is going to fall. The Death Ward. Now Koikva pops the ultimate as well. Universe trying to live. Not going to make it out alive. Bulba right clicks him down, and then Dagans him to death as well. 3 down. Big chrono. I thought for sure Sumail was going to get sent back, but that delay so long at its first level. And they take 3 kills. They only lose 1, and Way2's Death Ward as well. Perfectly placed.
Yeah, it was a really nice Death Ward. I think that was an awkward spot for EG to fight. They didn't have the Beastmaster. They were already down 1 hero. They're fighting against an Aegis. And a Chronosphere kind of puts him into a good spot. I think if Owie was level 9 there and has the extra point into Test of Faith, he actually maybe gets the send back. But even then, I don't know if it 100% matters. There is the stun on the Koikva.
Roar.
There's the Roar. He does have an Aegis, though, so he'll come back. He can probably blink himself out.
Yeah, I think he'll blink.
We'll see. Oh, nicely timed.
That was
by
perfectly
Sumail.
timed. My God, did he time that beautifully. And that's another kill that gets them right back into it. Despite losing 3 heroes just a moment ago, that's a big kill for them. That's a dominating streak. That is a very farmed Shadow Fiend. Sumail getting the kill. So the hero that is carrying them at this point in time is getting the kills, and he's still becoming farmed. Fear, we have yet to see him in a fight. He's been getting caught out most of the time. His SMY is almost done. Black picked up a Maelstrom. We'll see if he goes for the same build that Universe went, albeit in a different position, going for the Aghanim Scepter next. BKB could also be a pretty important item here, but it's still kind of close. It could teeter-totter. One bad fight for Team Taker, and I think Evil Geniuses are back in the fray, but that's going to take a lot.
I love doing this too, but Fear actually took... Oh, they should see this a little... Oh, wait, are they smoked? No, they're not right now, but... I do this sometimes too. Fear's actually taken over the Cobalt Foreman, which gives you the movement speed boost, but if you see when he phases, he actually goes up to haste speed, and he totally outruns the poor little Cobalt. So he has
Master,
to wait for
please, wait for me.
He has to wait for him to catch up. He's not getting the aura anymore. He's too fast. Oh, Pink Panda, what are you doing?
That's not where you want to be, buddy. You're dead. Camille gets the kill. The Universe of PBD have 7.25 seconds of single target stun. Well, if you can't get a kill with that, then I don't know what you do.
Well, the simple answer is, at least against Universe, is to get BKB. It's not going to help you against the Aurora, of course, but BKB in general, I gotta say, in general, is paramount against the Zeus in almost any situation. The damage that he outputs is more than almost any hero in the entire game. It's all consistent. It's all guaranteed with the ultimate. Bottom lane, here we go.
Oh, what a chrono. They catch 2 on the edge. They're going to blow up PPD, and that's the gem on the deck. Bots in from Sumail, and he's like, nope, I'm getting out of here. Forces out, and they even Midas up that poor boar. What a chrono from Black. And that's one of those chronos that you don't get a kill, but you still feel pretty good about when you hit it.
Yeah, did they get the gem too?
Yep.
Oh, that is huge. That is huge. Okay, well that's really bad for... I mean, EG just bought that. I don't even know if they countered too much with it. No, they didn't, because there's been this ward right here. So, that's on your Beastmaster too, who just... I don't know if he bought it himself. I have to actually double check. Can we see that? It's owned... Yeah, he bought it himself. That's 900 gold down the drain.
That can't feel great. That cannot feel good. At least Fear does get up his SNY. They bots in. They thought about taking the fight with Zeus, but instead he'll bots top with the Chen army. He'll try to push this out. Koikva's nearby. He doesn't seem to mind too much. And what is Sumail's next item? He has 2.8k gold. What does he get to buy here? He's a lot of money. Is this the Bloodstone?
I think Veil. I think Veil is so good. I was just talking with him actually about it last game, or after last game. He's saying like Veil is best item ever on Zeus, so I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, he's a new Ags. Okay. Well, all that talk about Veil and... Or I guess it could still be Bloodstone. Bulba gets a kill with the Dagon 2 now. I'm sure he has another recipe on the courier. Actually, he's got 2 recipes.
He did. Well, Dagon 4 coming out. And at this point, it's almost one-shot territory for poor PPD and a couple of other heroes. I mean, they do still need to do a bit more damage, but still. At this point, PPD has got to be frustrated. Back-to-back deaths, losing the gem. Bottom's now a home for the Brood Mother. There's no real sentries. They can't really catch her out. And they're even just split pushing now with Koikva way too top lane. Black's actually just farming the Ancients. Taking 4 is now done. Black is going for the Aghanim Scepter, and he's 1,500 gold away from that. Evil Genius is in a pretty terrible spot. Sumail, he is going to go Ags, yes, but at some point you have to wonder, like, BKBs come out from some of these heroes, and then all of a sudden that damage is not really there anymore.
I still think it's funny he's got this Kobold running around. But look, he just outruns it, and we'll see when he actually gets outside the rear. He's actually outrun it now.
I mean, does he really need it? With Phase and an S and Y, he has 514 movement speed.
I mean, it doesn't hurt, right? Like,
I guess not.
It doesn't hurt him from having it. You could argue that if you could find a wolf, it'd be better, or even the Ice Arbor, the Ogre guy.
They get the stun on Waitsu, but the Requiem is probably going to blow up. Nope, they cancel with the Lightning Bolt. Now the Death Ward coming out. They get a much-needed kill on Koifa. Waitsu might be next, but Sumail getting jumped on. The figure goes. Black helping to get the kill. Gets a couple of bashes off. Black stunned for almost ever. Gonna get roared up. There's that 7.25 second stun duration that Mob Pax was talking about. They get 3 big kills, 1 by 1. Team Tinker go to their deaths. What is happening? And now they're gonna get the tier 1 tower as well. What the hell just happened?
I mean, Zeus just does so much damage, man. Like, does so much damage. He has his entire Ags completed in the base, too. He's almost level 16, so... You need BKBs, man. I can't stress it enough. Koifa, he's going for, I think, a Scotty right now, but this is not a Scotty game, in my opinion. I don't know whose attack and movement speed you're really going to slow that's going to be that effective. Maybe it's a Linken's, which would be, I think, better than Scotty, but Linken's isn't that great against...
Anybody?
Linken's isn't that great against Zeus in general anyway, so I expect it will be Scotty, but they really need BKBs. They need, even though you're up against the Beastmaster, yes, it could be thought as, not very good against him. Pilot actually is in some trouble. He gets the... Nope. Can't get the blink off.
I think he's dead. Axes? No. No, PBD just like, clubs him down with the ogre, or with his axe. That's, at least he bought out. He does have his blink dagger. He is going for, is the Lion going for a BKB? That's a casual ogre club. That's kind of interesting. You could say that maybe it's the start of an Aghanim Scepter, but I think they need to take a note from what he's going for. They need to get some BKBs. Meanwhile, I missed a kill bottom as Fear is going to fall. Excellent. Pitmuckle, our cameraman, on top of it. Good stuff. And... anyways, Black, will he buy that BKB? Still has the point booster in 2K. He actually could just buy out a Ags pretty soon. Waitsu's probably dead. Sumail just runs at people, and he doesn't really give a damn what you think. He even Zeus ults to get the kill and also get vision at the same time. And now he bots his mid, and he's going to try to fight. They're going to find Koifa here. They roar him up as well as 7.25 second stun duration. It is real. It is a thing. It is something you need to worry about. Universe is like, you guys can talk about me and how poorly I played or how poorly of a time I had in that offlane, but damn, am I doing work right now? And the answer is yes, he is. Blink Dagger is done for Universe.
Yeah,
what a turnaround.
This is the thing. Despite how little farm you have, even without the blink just makes it so much easier, but you don't need it to have the stun just be as effective as it already is. It's going to be just stun them regardless for 4.5 seconds. Every 10... Well, okay, you basically have 5 seconds of downtime, and then it's going to constantly keep stunning you. It's a really, really low cooldown. And it's been really, really effective so far. The blink will help him out. If he gets a Yules, it'd be even better. Just help him or anyone else. They have to get BKBs, or they just will not win in these engagements. There's too much damage, and there's too much stun coming out from this Morphling.
I can't believe they haven't bought another component to whatever item they're going for. I guess for Koifa, he doesn't have enough for another ultimate orb, which would be obviously the Scotty, or Lincoln Sphere. He would need a Perseverance, which he can buy. Black is very close to Aghanims, and if he purchases up this Aghanims, he's not going to have that BKB for a while, because he didn't go Midas. He can still farm pretty fast, but... will he buy the Axe? He's got enough money for it. Roche is up in 47 seconds, and this is the perfect time to smoke if you're Evil Geniuses. This could be one of the fights that makes or breaks the game. They're going to walk right in the jungle. I think they know Black is farming there. They get the Adaptive Strike off. They need PPD. They get the Zeus ult. They need the Roar now. They're going to get it before he's able to time walk. They're going to get the kill. And he just bought that Aghanim. There's no buyback. He can't really contest Roche if they head over there now. What a ridiculous... Like, he is stunned for ages, forever. And they just get an easy kill. PPD was so far behind, too. That's the crazy thing.
Yep. Imagine if he gets a blink, which he's actually relatively close to as well. Okay, it'll be even that much easier.
He's going to have it now.
Universe is actually setting up bottom. Do they have a glyph bottom? They don't. There he gets the stun on Bulba, and I think Bulba's dead.
Yeah,
He can't go into the
probably
trees.
dead. He's pretty dead here. He's pretty dead. What about his Spartalings? They're gonna leave him be for the time being. He knows Roche is up. Will they head over there? I think they should, and I think Fear is beelining it with Universe AUI 2000 as well. At least force out a buyback from Boba. He does have bots, so he might be able to get involved in the action. Black will be up in 7. Let's see how fast they take this down.
They have Swiftness Aura from the Hellbear Smashers, Fear's ultimate. The buyback's coming out, but
the Chrono's
Fear has
Black.
BKB.
He's about to go in, but they have vision with the Hawk. They know it's there. Waveform Adaptive Strike. Black cannot time walk in. They'll get the Aegis. Fear will walk away. They throw up the dust as well. They'll back away. They don't want to engage right now. Sumel, maybe he does. Way2 throws up the casket. It'll bounce to the creeps. Oh, God. AUI, look out, buddy. Bounces to PPD. Bubba's looking to run in. Gets the Dagon up on AUI. Max up to stay alive. Do they have detection? They stun Bulba. The Lightning Bolt coming out. They will not fight this. But successful Aegis, successful Roche coming out from Evil Geniuses.
Wow, an interesting pickup from Chen. Aoi got the Force Staff. I thought maybe he got Force Staff from someone else, but has it himself, and it was very effective. So, nice item pickup there from Aoi. He's going to send Universe back home. He can come back with the Replicate if he wants to. And we didn't talk about this too much, but anytime you have a Chen on your team, bots are that much more effective because you can get sent back home and get instantly back in the fight. He actually replicates back into Black. He stuns him up.
PPD can't get the roar, but they will take down Black easily. That is a decent trade. PPD is happy about that. No bash onto Way2, unfortunately for Fear, but it is only 10%, and he didn't have the battle trance ready to go. Bulba's got a TP out as well. Yeah, oh man.
I mean, Void can't do anything. He's never going to get out these ultimates, and even if he does, he's just going to get stunned in between him anyway.
So SF did go for the Lincoln Sphere, as you predicted correctly.
I mean, Scotty would make absolutely no sense to me this game. I was really worried. I still don't think Lincoln's is the answer, though. He needs a BKB, and I imagine he's going to be rushing it at this point, but look at that.
Dear.
I think he actually might be able to one-shot Pylai Die. It's close. He has an Ogre Club. I don't know. He should just try it.
Refresher, 640, 1280. Yeah, he most certainly can. Korkva is going to get chased down. Adaptive Strike. Ooh. It doesn't matter, dude. The Adaptive Strike doesn't hit, but then Sumil just blows him up. Meanwhile, bottom lane. AUI 2000's left alone. They sent back Fear. AUI is probably fine with being the martyr in this situation. He bought another Flying Courier.
What?
AUI, as he died, he frantically bought his next item and he bought a Flying Courier.
All right, 14 seconds. 14 seconds. We'll see if he can get this kill. Oh, he already got damage. Yeah, he's dead. Goodbye, Pylai Die. Goodbye. It was nice knowing you.
1 and 2. It's Pilot as old. I just don't know what to do anymore. Way2's like, I got this point booster. He's limping home after that double Zeus ult. Dear God, what a game this has turned into. And I want to go back to top lane when they killed Korkva. You saw the Adaptive Strike, the Lincoln Sphere blocked it, and then Sumo was like, I don't really give a damn. I'm gonna kill you with my Lightning Bolt and Arc Lightning, and Korkva just died almost immediately.
All right, but at least we got Dagon 5.
Yeah, there's that.
The Brood.
This is a clowny game. The clown shoes are on, man. I don't know what else to say.
It looked so good for Tinker, and then Morphling came online, I suppose, right? I mean, obviously, Samil doing a ton of damage. Fear taking some damage. Oh, he's stunned. Yep, no BKB, so you are dead, Black. You're just standing there, contemplating life and what could have been.
Boba. Oh my God, they got the bash from Fear. I heard it. I heard the bash. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you serious? The clown shoes are in full effect at this point. The Adaptive Strike, the Roar. I will say this. This is one of the coolest drafts I've ever seen in my life. And I think Team Tinker have played right into their hands because of the lack of BKBs. They needed to make a decision. Do I go for the Ags? Do I get a BKB? Do I go for the Lincoln Sphere? Do I go for the BKB? Well, as you can see, that might have been the wrong decision. The game's not over yet. Fear has an Aegis and a Butterfly. They're actually forcing a Glyph out on the Tier 3 tower. And there is a buyback from Black. He doesn't have a Chronosphere. There's no buyback for the Broodmother. Waity's going to come in and cast Fear. He doesn't really seem to mind. He has BKB anyways, and I think this is a tier 3. Maybe even a Rax if they're not careful.
This could be game actually approaching, honestly. Zeus has ultimate up. They have Aegis still on Fear. God, he has a Butterfly, and he's still got 2.5 gold, 2,000 gold.
Waity, I think, is dead. Well, maybe not. Fear didn't pop BKB. Highlight Eye, and that's Earth Spike. Black's gonna come in. There's the Chronosphere onto 3, almost onto 4. Death Ward going through as well, but it's not Aghanims. It's not really doing any damage.
Roar onto Koikfa.
Koikfa actually gets roared up as well. He is in some trouble. Adapt to strike Waity. Sitting at the base of his well. They are diving so deep, and it looks like finally they get the kill on PPD. Koikfa buys back. The Rax is exposed. Fear will take it down quickly. Sumail, that's a big kill if they can get it, and they will. Fear pops the BKB. Now there's going to be the Insatiable Hunger going out for Bulba, but look at the damage. The bash is up as well, but he just goes invis in time. Fear trying his hardest to take down all of these heroes. AUI looking to send it back home. Fear should survive. The bot's in. Sumail buys back, looking for a kill. Now there's going to be the Zeus ult coming out as well. Quick for surviving, just barely. The range Rax still alive, sitting out about 253 HP. They will have to back up. Okay, well, the Crips are going to go in. They're going to try to take down the Rax, and they're doing some damage here. There's no glyph. Are they going to kill this? No, I don't think so.
It's taking permanent damage, though. Oh, get it! Nope.
43.
We'll see this wagon. I think the wagon. The wagon, no!
Yes! The wagon. Look at that. MVP.
Yep. All right, we got an Ags on the Witch Doctor. This has turned games, I tell you. I've seen this ability turn more games than not. That's a Rod of Atos onto the Morphling. I actually like that pickup a lot. I usually see like Yules after Blink, or maybe even a Force after Blink.
So good against Lincolns too.
Yeah. It also just makes you really, really tanky. It gives you this random 100 HP out of nowhere. Oh, double ulti not enough on Pilot Die.
They get Bulba bottom though.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, they did get Bulba.
Pilot is like, you're not killing me this time. I got my casual 15% spell resistance and the Ogre Club. Also, teams have been all chatting just a little bit. We need more of this, especially from the NA teams. Come on, guys.
Oh, you'll get it from the NA teams for sure.
I saw it's been very quiet.
Who was it all chatting one time? I think it was in the pre-qualifier to Dota Pit where we were casting Vega. I think they were doing some all chatting. Vega, that was fun. There
was actually a little bit of, I don't know. It seemed like there was
animosity.
Yeah, animosity. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you. That's what it seemed like anyway. And then, well, we won't go into the details after we're in Skype chat, but anyways. Fear has eclipsed the 30-minute record for lastest on Troll Warlord by about 15 CS. You can thank the spiders. All right, there it is.
Well, that's something that comes into play when you think about the matchup for Brood. I mean, Troll was on the board, and it's not like he's a hard counter to Brood or anything like that, but like I said, the Whirling Axes are very easy to get kills on the Broodlings. Not to mention it gives you the extra vision, like I said. So if Bulba's if his actual hero's in the area, then he gets hit, you get vision of him, he can't go outside of the trees anymore. It's a pretty good ability against that.
All right, so if you're Team Tinker, where do you go from here? Because honestly, I have no idea.
It's all around the Witch Doctor ulti, actually, at this point. Koikfa gets stunned out. Lincoln's not going to help you here. Needs the BKB. There's the ultimate. There's the bots coming in from Sumail. And Koikfa is not even going to use the ultimate. Sumail says, I don't need to waste this on you. As he's going to have double ultimate up in 80 seconds anyway. Koikfa
resigned himself to his death at that point. You saw his hero just kind of standing still at the point. He could have Yules, maybe he could have done something else, but that was it. And he has no buyback, so if you're evil geniuses, you could try to march down mid. Like you said, it's really all on the Witch Doctor at this point.
It actually is.
And, well, Black's Chronosphere into the Witch Doctor ultimate, I think, also is very important. As long as it's not inside the Chronosphere, but yeah.
The problem is that Chen's going to have double heal with his ultimate plus mech. So if they don't kill them, burst them down super fast, they're just going to get healed up. And I don't think they can kill them super fast. They're pretty tanky. They have Butterfly on Troll. He's got something flying out to him. It's a full Daedalus. Okay. There's the BKB on Void. Little too late, though, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when your axes are getting killed, that's probably a little bit too late. Black's like, I want to jump in, but the positioning from Evil Geniuses is really, really good. Sumail is going to get hexed up. Universe jumps in, stuns up the Void for a pretty long time. And Black takes a Daedalus proc. There's the Roar. So he chronos and just doesn't do anything, and Waitsu has yet to use his Death Ward. He's gonna... Alright, he gets stunned immediately. He drops the Death Ward, and Universe is like, nope, you're Adaptive Strike. They're gonna get a double kill for Sumail with the Zeus, so they get Boba as well, with AUI receiving that last hit, and that is gonna be game. Evil Geniuses will take this series 2-0, and one of the craziest but most fun series I've witnessed. Good times.
It was actually a really fun game to watch, how it went back and forth, and I'm happy to see EG win with this draft. It was a really fun draft. Despite him getting crushed in lane, I still really love the offlane Morphlane for the reasons we saw. It's not so much about what you can do in lane, it's about what you can do out of lane. And once you get that level 7 and have the 4 points into Adaptive Strike, it's really, really good. I think Team Tinker could have easily won this if they just rushed BKBs after the lead that they had, instead of going for filler items. So Koikva, he rushed the Blink and then got the Euls afterwards pretty fast. But then after that, his farm was stifled and went for the ulti orb instead of something into a BKB, which I think is a little bit of a mistake. Black went all out for the Maelstrom into Ags, which I think was the biggest mistake. I think if he just went, honestly, Mom BKB, it would have been really, really good for him. And they, like I said, they had the chance to snowball into that. PPD died a number of times, gave up a gem at a very bad time. All the other heroes were doing not so well. Fear was like 1 and 3 and 0 at that point. But the damage from Sumail, look at that, 18 and 4 to finish things off. And Universe finally came into play in the mid game, as we could expect. But very nice draft from EG.
It's not often you see 720 GPM on a Zeus, but there it is with the Midas and with all of those kills, 18, 4, and 6, as you mentioned. Universe is 17 assists. He died twice. He has no kills. The life of an offlane Morphling, I suppose. But that turned out to be one of the most enjoyable games, one of the coolest drafts I've seen in a long time. The Universe Morphling cobbling up with the PPD Beastmaster, and Pax pointed it out, the long duration stuns coming through, so that was some impressive stuff. Guys, we are done for the day. We do have Evil Geniuses versus Asus Polar, another big series tomorrow for EG. It looks like it's going to be at 20 CEST, so I believe that the clocks are changing for people in Europe. I might be wrong about that. So the game will be an hour earlier than it was today, I believe. Should be 6-hour time difference between Eastern and CEST. So look to see that tomorrow at 20 CEST. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting Dota Pit Season number 3. We have eclipsed the 250,000 prize pool, which I think is absolutely amazing for an online tournament. You guys have done so much for supporting this tournament that we can't thank you enough. It's been absolutely amazing casting for you guys throughout all of the games. I've had a great time, and I know everybody else has had a great time as well. Speaking of everybody else, this has been brought to you by One Game Agency, produced by High Ground TV. Make sure you check us out on Twitter. I'm Mott. Follow me at MottDota. With me is Waltpax, our Statsman, at MottPax. Pintmuckle is our production manager, at Pintmuckle. Tralf is our co-caster, at TralfDota. Check out at DotaPit as well for more information at DotaPit.com. And shout out to all of our sponsors to end the series today. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow, nice and early, Sunday afternoon game. Hope to see you then. Have a great rest of the day, everybody. See you later.